At the beginning of the story, we are introduced to a man named Kim. Kim receives a call from a company, the same company he took a loan from. On the call, he is told that the interest on his loan has increased and his ** total due is now $238***, which he needs to pay as soon as possible. When asked if he has anything to say, Kim replies, **, now you've made me even more sure of what I was going to do." Then he disconnects the call. Kim says this because he is standing on a bridge, overlooking a massive river, contemplating suicide. That call from the loan company pushes him over the edge. He no longer feels conflicted. So he jumps off the bridge into the river below. However, Kim survives. When he regains consciousness, he finds himself on the riverbank, actually. On a small island, he looks around the city. Isn't far from here. He curses himself, saying he can't even die properly. He tries to turn on his phone, but it doesn't work because it got wet now. Kim begins exploring the island because he wants to escape, but there's no way off the island. Although the large bridge he jumped from is above him, the ** concrete pillar is too smooth for him to climb. Kim has to spend the night ** on the island. The next morning, he hears the sound of a ship, runs toward it, and starts waving, calling for help. But the people on the ship think he is just waving hello. So they wave back and continue sailing. Frustrated, Kim writes help in the sand, confident someone will see it and come to rescue him because this island is very close to the city. He then tries to turn his phone on again, and this time it works. Overjoyed, he calls emergency services and explains he is trapped on an island. Asks for his exact location. Kim doesn't know the name of the island, but tells them it's near the Han River. Hearing this, the responder rudely says, * get lost, and hangs up, because no one believes anyone could be trapped on such a tiny island so close to the city. Kim then tries calling his ex-girlfriend, telling her he needs help, but she reminds him they agreed not to call each other again. She thinks he's just making an excuse to talk to her. Kim insists he's really trapped and his phone battery's about to die right then. The phone shuts off. Now, Kim has no way to contact anyone. Feeling desperate again, he decides to swim across the river. But he doesn't know how to swim and begins to drown. Luckily, the river throws him back to shore, saving him again. Completely frustrated and hopeless, Kim takes off his tie, climbs a tree, and tries to hang himself. But just then, a siren sounds. It's the civil defense drill, which happens twice a year and lasts 20 minutes. Everything across the city pauses during this drill, so that in case of an emergency or attack, people are prepared. Cars stop, people freeze where they are, and so does Kim. At that moment, the scene cuts to a house far from the island where we meet a girl named Sarah. She hasn't left her room in over 3 years. She opens her * window only twice. A day ***, and that's when the civil defense siren goes off. She enjoys watching the paused city during the drill. It gives her comfort. Sarah's routine is entirely inside her room. She wakes up, waits for her mom to leave for work, then goes to the bathroom. Her mom prepares meals for her. Before leaving, Sarah barely talks to her family, keeps to herself, and follows a strict schedule. At 9 a.m., she logs onto her computer, where she runs a blog website. She believes one can create a whole new world inside the computer and convince others of whatever image they want to portray. She edits her photos and posts them online. It's like her personal job that she's made for herself. Sarah loves watching the moon. When everyone's asleep, she uses her telescope to gaze at it. She says the moon never makes her feel lonely because the moon itself is also very lonely. It's just like her. Let me know if you'd like a YouTube-style SEO description for this story or a title plus hashtags as well. Here's the complete English translation of this part of the story. Just like Sarah is completely alone in her life, she keeps herself busy by going for walks, just so she can feel like her. Day was productive. Today is one of the 2 days in the year when she opens the curtains. In her room during the day so she can view the whole city through her telescope, she also takes pictures of the city. While looking outside, her eyes land on the island, and when she zooms in, she sees the word HELP written on the sand, written by Kim. She thinks this might be the work of an alien. But as she observes the island more carefully, she sees Kim trying to hang himself. He has a noose around his neck. However, because of the civil defense drill, everything is paused. And even his state of mind, which was ready for suicide, shifts. Kim says to himself, "I can always take my life later, but now." He doesn't go through with it. On the other hand, Sarah lies awake all night, wondering whether that man is still alive or not. She looks through her telescope again and sees that Kim is still alive. He's shouting at the city, screaming in frustration because all the city ever gave him was pain. He curses at it. Eventually, Kim starts feeling hungry. While searching around the island, he finds flowers, the same ones he used to eat during childhood. He says, "Asterisk, it's been years since I last ate these." As he eats them, he starts crying, remembering his childhood, the few happy moments he once had. But just eating flowers isn't enough to fill him up. He finds wild mushrooms, possibly poisonous, but he doesn't care and eats them anyway. He drinks from the river, but now realizes he needs protein. Tries to catch fish, but can't even catch a single one. He also sees some birds and tries to catch them, but fails again. He spots a bird's nest high up on a tree with eggs inside, but he doesn't know how to climb. Still he tries. When he gets a little high, a bird poops on him. He comes down and tries to clean himself using a big bottle of bleaching soda liquid he found nearby. As he washes, he sees many fish floating to the surface, unconscious. Due to the bleach, he's delighted. He now has fish to eat. Tries to make fire by rubbing sticks, but it doesn't work, so he uses his lighter, smokes a cigarette, and finally lights a fire. He grills the fish, eats them, and falls into a deep sleep. But since the fish were affected by the bleach, he gets drowsy from them. The next morning, he sees even a bird is unconscious. Nearby, it must have eaten the fish too. So now, Kim has more food. On the shore, Kim finds a giant inflatable duck boat, probably discarded and drifted to the island. He pulls it up and brings it to the center. Now he has a home. Kim says he had been saving money for 7 years to buy a house, but now he finally has one, rent-free, without rules. Sarah watches all this through her telescope. She sees everything Kim does. Kim changes the word in the sand from help to hello. He's starting to enjoy isolation. No one disturbs him here. No one calls him. He lives how he wants. Items float from the river to the shore. He collects them to meet his needs. Days pass. One day, Kim sees a freighter, steamer near the river. He hides because now he doesn't want to be rescued. While hiding, he finds an empty noodle packet. Inside, there's a seasoning sachet. Now he craves noodles. He decides to make noodles from scratch. Tries using tree bark or stems as noodles, but fails multiple times, he says. Asterisk, if I can make noodles, I can do anything in life. But all attempts fail. All he sees, whether awake or dreaming, are noodles. Then he gets an idea. He looks at pigeons, realizing they don't digest food properly. Says, asterisk, I have to think like a pigeon. So he starts acting like one, crouching down on the ground and thinking. He realizes pigeons eat seeds, decides to collect pigeon droppings to gather seeds. He uses his credit card, the same one that pushed him into debt and made him want a dite to scrape the droppings. He finds a spot to farm, prepares the land, and plants the seeds. There's a big rock in the way, but he removes it with effort. He's sweating, and when the sweat touches his lips, he says, asterisk, I've never tasted anything saltier. He starts licking his own sweat. It's the sweat of hope. And he hasn't had salt in weeks. He even adds worms to the soil to help it grow. He takes down the tie he once used to hang himself. He uses his suit to create a scarecrow to protect his crops. Now, it seems like Kim has finally found a purpose, even if it sounds absurd to others. He's determined to grow food and make noodles. He even resisted opening the seasoning sachet earlier because he promised himself he'd eat it only with noodles he grew. Now, all day long, he thinks about how to grow crops and make noodles. Meanwhile, Sarah continues watching everything and even uploads photos of Kim to her website, writing things like, greater than he's shy. Whenever he sees someone coming, he hides. He licks his sweat. He's dirty. He climbs trees. He likes adventure. And most importantly, he craves noodles more than anything. But I don't know how to help him. Should I ask NASA for help? Should I go there myself? She says this because she hasn't left her house in 3 years. But now, she decides she must do something. Late at night, while everyone is asleep, she puts on a helmet and leaves her house. She goes to the bridge, the one closest to the island, and throws a message in a bottle into the river, hoping it will drift to where Kim. As days pass, Kim still doesn't find the bottle. It has now been 3 months since he arrived. Now he knows how to catch fish, climb trees, collect eggs from nests, and is taking care of his farm. One day, he finally finds the bottle. Inside, there's a paper, but only one word is written on it. Asterisk, asterisk, hello. Just like the one he had written in the sand. Asterisk, asterisk. Now Kim realizes someone from the buildings across the river has been watching him and is trying to reach out. He is no longer truly alone. He even has a friend, now his scarecrow. He removes the pants from the scarecrow and wears them himself. Would you like a asterisk, asterisk? YouTube description and hashtags asterisk, asterisk for this story as well? Here is the English translation of the final part of the story. Kim knows someone is watching. Him. The seeds he planted have now turned into tiny plants, and this fills him with joy. Sarah's message had reached him 17 days after she sent it. She had been waiting all that time. Now Kim writes on the sand. Asterisk, asterisk, who are you? Asterisk, asterisk. When? Sarah sees it. She becomes very happy. Her life now has something new and meaningful that is slowly changing her from within. Once again. She puts on her helmet at night, sneaks out of the house, and sends another bottle with a message in it. When Kim finds this bottle, the message reads, asterisk, asterisk, I'm fine, thank you. And you? Kim replies the same way by writing on the sand, I'm fine, thank you. Now wants to send him noodles asterisk, asterisk because she knows how badly he craves them. So she pays extra to a delivery boy, gives him directions to the island. And the boy takes several types of noodles there. But Kim refuses to accept the noodles. When the delivery guy comes back, Sarah asks what Kim said. The boy replies, asterisk, you both are weird. He told me these noodles are a symbol of hope for him. Asterisk Kim had sent Sarah a message. Greater than the noodles he's trying to make are not just food, they are his purpose. Are now fully grown. The seeds he had planted were corn seeds. When he sees his first corn cob growing, he cries tears of joy. He's never felt this happy in his entire life. He feels he has truly achieved something meaningful. Maybe it's not big for the world, but for Kim, it means everything. Kim's transformation has also brought change to Sarah's life. For the first time, she comes out of her room and speaks to her mother, asking, asterisk, asterisk, can you get me some plant pots and corn seeds? I want to grow corn. Asterisk, asterisk. Then she quietly goes back inside. Her mother is deeply moved. Her daughter's life is finally changing. She's slowly becoming normal again. Back on the island, Kim's corn is fully ripe. He picks it for the first time, makes noodles from it, and adds the seasoning packet he had saved for months. As he eats the noodles, tears roll down his face. For him, these noodles are not just food. They represent the hope that kept him alive, that taught him to never give up and to always stay positive and keep trying. Sarah watches him crying and eating noodles through her telescope, and she sends him a note that reads, asterisk, asterisk, congratulations. After reading the note, Kim writes another message in the sand. Who are you and why? Asterisk, asterisk meaning asterisk who are you and why are you sending me messages? Asterisk Sarah sees this, but does not reply. On her website, where she shares Kim's story and her content, people begin commenting that the page is fake. It's because Sarah had uploaded a fake profile photo, not her real one. One of her old friends recognizes her and comments that the account is fake, and even insults her. Soon, more followers start writing abusive and hateful comments. Sarah becomes devastated. She had worked so hard, and now people were calling her a fraud. Meanwhile, Kim is still waiting for a reply from Sarah, but she doesn't send any. Back on the island, a storm hits. Heavy rain begins falling, turning into a violent flood. Kim's entire crop is destroyed, and his duck boat, which was his home, begins to float away. Kim tries to hold on to it with all his strength, unwilling to let go. It was his only home. But the current is too strong, and he loses it all. The next morning, Sarah looks through her telescope and sees Kim sitting on the shore, completely broken, visibly sad. He writes a message in the sand, expressing his anger and disappointment towards Sarah suddenly. Kim hears a ringing sound from behind. He turns around and sees two government employees. They've come to clean and restore the area. Seeing them, Kim starts running because he doesn't want to leave the island. But they chase him, and as Kim runs farther, more people appear and catch him. They ask, asterisk, what are you doing here? No one is allowed to stay on this island. Kim begs them to let him stay. Please, let me stay here, he pleads. But they make him wear clothes, asterisk, and take him away in a boat. Kim watches as his tiny world, everything he built, is taken away from him. As the boat departs, he looks toward the place where asterisk, Sarah used to watch him, asterisk. From now, after leaving the island, he can never contact her again, and she can't reach him either. Sarah is watching everything. She hasn't stepped outside in years during the day, but now she realizes, asterisk, if she doesn't leave her house now, she will lose Kim forever. So she rushes out, asterisk, and runs frantically toward the place where she thinks she can meet him. Kim has been dropped off on a roadside and is waiting for a bus. Just then, a bus arrives, and Kim boards it. Sarah sees him and starts running after the bus, but it drives away before she can catch it. She tries to chase the bus, but it soon disappears from her sight. Now, Kim and Sarah are once again separated forever. Heartbroken, Sarah begins walking back home. Tears in her eyes, just like Kim, who was sitting on the bus, sad and silent. Suddenly, a siren rings out. It's the civil defense drill that happens twice a year. Freezing the entire country for 20 minutes, Sarah realizes the bus must have stopped too. She runs toward the bus, climbs aboard, and sees Kim. Kim looks at her, stunned. She walks up to him and says, asterisk, my name is Sarah. Who are you? Asterisk. Kim doesn't reply at first. He had lost all hope again in life. But now, asterisk, hope has returned. After exactly 20 minutes, the siren rings again, asterisk, signaling the end of the freeze. The bus starts moving. Sarah almost loses her balance, but Kim holds her hand. A smile appears on Sarah's face, and this moment becomes a symbol that the two are now asterisk together, forever. And with this emotional scene, the movie ends. Would you like me to create a summary, asterisk, a YouTube description, or hashtags for this movie story as well?